Welcome to The One Inside, an internal family systems podcast. I'm your host, Tammy Sollenberger. This episode is the What If There Was No Problem to Solve meditation, copied from the full episode with Loch Kelly.
So this is a little quick. So when I learned some of these Tibetan style and Mahamudra, which is like a North Indian style pointers, they would try to point out the premise is yourself or true nature or heart mind or nature of mind, all those things meaning the same thing that we're calling self in IFS, is already here. It doesn't need to be created or developed. It's actually just hidden. Our consciousness is blended with parts and with our body and instincts and conditioning. And all we have to do is shift our awareness, foreground, background. So that's the, Gestalt thing, right? The foreground, background. And to that, instead of focusing on the content, you shift to the context. So I played with little ways to show people how close it is, how immediate it is, and not give them any philosophy ahead of time or any imagination. And so I came up with, this is one of them. So what it is it's recognizing that the manager parts are constantly trying to help by solving the problems. What's going on in the world? What's going on inside of me? Is this okay? Is this safe? What should I do next? What's the, so whether it's one manager or the multiple manager parts within that committee, they're all trying to help. And they're all little anxious or depressed, or they're in polarizations about, you should do that. No, don't do that. You should relax now. I already relaxed already. Either way, they're trying to, right, solve the problem of being relaxed, or trying to solve the problem of getting the job, something
I'm trying to relax. Shut up.
What do you mean? So if you this little simple, and everyone can just try this just now. So the only premise is that the self-essence, the self-energy, and the self-leadership are already here when the part unblends or lets go or relaxes. That what's left then in that moment could be you getting a direct experience of self when parts relax. So the simple inquiry you can do with your eyes open, just in a normal sense of letting your awareness kind of open and drop and feel, is to ask yourself this inquiry: what's here now when there's no problem to solve? So just noticing, understanding the question and the problem solver that's even trying to solve that, and then let that relax. Thank it for its hard work. And then what's here? Where are you aware from when there's no problem to solve just now? And then feel that. Is there a boundary, color, shape, limit to where you're aware from? And then what's it like to be aware from there as this? And then as this, what's the felt sense connection to your body parts and the world in the room? Yeah, getting a feel for this invisible, intelligent, spacious, pervasive, awareness-based rather than thought-based, yet alert, and then interconnected, and then feeling there's kind of an okayness or a natural safety when you don't go to thought to create a part-based manager. You don't go to sleep to rest. And there's just this natural sense of self-essence, then self-energy, and then from here you could speak or move, and that's kind of like people being in the zone when you are in a flow consciousness. This is what you feel like from within. And then from here, see, now, is there a part? Well, from here, is there a part that would like your attention, that is curious about you, is curious what's going on, wants to kind of get a rise to befriend or to be included in this sense of presence? And then can you kind of notice even prior to compassion, there's kind of unconditional love, which is just, there's no conditions. No parts need to be any different way. Pleasant and unpleasant feelings can arise within this. So that's the key, is not to contract around unpleasant, but feel this greater capacity of self-essence, that while there's pleasant and unpleasant in content, self-essence feels no pain, is never sleepy, is always just is, and it's with and arising as relative thoughts, feelings, parts that have pleasant and unpleasant experience and can bear what seems to be unbearable because it's so vast and loving and pervasive.
Thanks for hanging out today. If you like this episode, make sure you subscribe. And if you really like this episode, share it with a friend and leave a review. You can follow me on Instagram at IFS Tammy and join our community on Facebook at the One Inside Podcast. Talk to you next time.